If you believe that owning a lakefront home at the Lake of the Ozarks is out of reach because prices exceed $1 million, I've got a home for you. While prices at the lake have soared since COVID, buying a lakefront home for under $1 million is still very much possible. And no, it's not only on the high mile markers. In fact, the property we're going to show you today is in a primo location off the 8 mile marker off the main channel deep in a cove. Has some very unique features, including the perfect dock for entertaining, a deck big enough for a wedding party, and is big enough for the whole family with 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Yes, these gems still exist, and as of the time of this recording, this home is still for sale. Check it out. And if you think this is your next lake home, connect with us and we'll put you in touch with the agents immediately. Enjoy. I bet you thought you could only get lakefront homes for over $1 million at the Lake of the Ozarks. Not true. This one under $800,000. And that is just the start of how cool this house is, because as you will notice as you're following me down to the dock, there are very, very few homes at the Lake of the Ozarks that do not have stairs leading to the dock. And this dock is incredible. This bar, a refrigerator, a freezer, an ice machine, a beer tap, and all of this space for entertaining. It's got a 1 well dock with a 2nd well that was covered up, so if you want a 2nd well, you can have it. This house is under $800,000, and I've only showed you the dock, so why don't we show you the house? really cool story about these sellers is they got married on this deck that, as you can see, is, I called it a dance floor, but it was big enough not only for their wedding, also for their reception. This house, under $800,000, is a steal, and I guarantee if it hasn't already sold by the time you're watching this, it's gonna sell fast.